Hey, all right, thank you so much for tuning in today. Today I'm going to show you how to easily create a smoky eye look that should literally just take you a couple minutes. And then I'm also going to show you other ways you can use a neutral eyeshadow palette to kind of finish the look. So as you see over here, I've already got, this is a really pretty like gold brown smoky eye. I'm going to show you how to do that on this other side as well. So the really cool thing with creating a smoky eye look is that you can do it with any color. A lot of people initially think smoke, dark grays, blacks, and yes, while that is true, I've also done them using browns, purples, blues, greens. So whatever you're in the mood for, it's more the technique as opposed to more of the color that you're using. So any color is perfectly fine. So today we're going to be using browns, and I'm going to be using the eyeshadow palette here with these colors today to create this look. So one of the most important things I can say to creating the look so quickly and easily is having the right tools. That makes a huge difference. So let's get into it. First, I am going to put on some eye primer. I really like this eye primer because it's a neutral color that ends up blending in, which is really nice. So it doesn't matter what color your skin is. This is just going to blend in really nice for you. Primer, as always, is just going to help the color pop more. It's going to help prevent creasing, and it's really just going to help the color stay in place all day, which is great. So the first thing you're going to do is you need to have a sponge, essentially, and I have this angled shadow sponge brush here, and I am going to use this really pretty color right here called Smokey, and I'm going to get that on here, and I'm just going to apply this all over my eyelid. Now mostly I will be using the camera here as my mirror, essentially, but I do also have a mirror off to the side if I need it. Alright, so I've got that color on. Then what I like to do, especially when I'm going to be using transition colors, I like to take a matte color in a light shade. So we're going to use this one here called Elated on this big fluffy brush. This is called a deluxe brush. I'm just going to go from the crease all the way up to the brow, and that's just going to kind of provide me like a base essentially, and it's going to make blending other colors really easy. So then next I'm going to take a neutral or like a medium level brown. So in this case this color is called Chipper. I'm going to use that, and I'm using an angled brush again. So you see how that is. And I'm just going to go in above the crease a little bit, kind of pull this out into a 7. And then just kind of blend back into the crease. And you can even take it down now into the crease. This is a transition color, so we're going to use that color. We're actually going to pop a darker color in the crease to help create that smoky look, but that color is going to be a transition color. So don't worry, we're going to blend that, but that's what it looks like right now. Okay, next I'm going to take my other angled shadow sponge brush, and I'm going to go with this really pretty color here on the end. It's called Zealous. It's a dark brown that has a shimmer to it, so I really like that. And I'm just going to tap some of this color on here, and basically I'm just going to go from my crease, right, and pretend like I'm extending that waterline up, and I'm just going to pop a little color right there, see, so you can see that line, okay? Then I'm going to just bring it over into the crease, blend it down a little bit, and then I'm going to take this very fine little brush. This is called a liner brush, using the same color, and I'm just going to add some of that color right in here. Now this is not a blending brush per se. This is definitely more for applying color to a specific area. So you're going to want to just be aware of that in case you get a little too much or whatever. Then you just want to use another brush to kind of blend everything. So let me grab that angled brush again. So you can see we've created this nice smoky eye look that we can now start blending to get it, to kind of where we want. So, if you're somebody that likes a more dramatic look, you can, just kind of blend this top here You want to grab that big fluffy brush again, maybe grab a little of that color and just kind of go right over the top of that color and just kind of blend in there, maybe down the side a little. And you can kind of leave it like that if you're somebody that likes a little bit more of a dramatic look with your smoky eye. Otherwise, by all means, you can just kind of take that color. Now you want to take it back on itself. You don't want to keep bringing the color out here. And that's typically why you don't do your face makeup before your eye makeup. You always want to do your eye makeup first. But for the purposes of this video, I have already done my eye makeup, or my face makeup. But normally you would want to do your eye makeup first, because should you make a mistake and you want to blend something out or you get fallout from the brush, you don't have to worry about messing up your foundation. Now I'm just going to add, just take this really light color here. This one is called Sincere. Just get a little bit of that on this. This is just a small shader brush. And I just want to apply some of that right up here along the upper brow area to kind of highlight that. Then if you want, you can always add, a little pop of that color right in here. I think I forgot to do that on this side. And that's it. That is how you can very, very easily create a smoky eye. So if that was all you wanted out of this video, you can stop watching here, and that's totally fine. But now I've got some other tips for you for using a single neutral eyeshadow palette and other ways you can still use it on your face to kind of create some different looks. So what we're going to do next is we're going to kind of add to this smoky eye look, and we are going to do a smoky lower lash line. So I'm going to grab that fluffy brush again and that matte color here, that elated color that's very light. Get some of that on here, and I'm just going to tap some under here again, because that's going to help kind of lay down a base for me for blending. Then I'm going to use the angled brush again, and we'll go with that same medium color that I had put up here as a transition color. Get some of that on here. And what I'm going to do is basically right where your eyeball is, that's where I'm going to put it. So it's going under the lower lash line. So it's not, I mean, it's okay if you get it in the lash line, but the goal is kind of like under it. Okay, see, so that's added some color. You can stop there, leave it there if you like. I'm going to add a little bit more. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that liner brush, that very fine little brush again. And this time I'm going to go with this dark matte brown color, which is called Forthright. And we're just going to get some of that on there. And what I'm actually going to do is tap that on my lower lash, or my lower waterline first. And then I'm going to tap that onto the lower lash line area. Make sure I've got that good over here in my mirror. And then I'm going to take that brush that I had used that medium brown for and just kind of blend things back in so that there's no harsh lines. And then you've just now created a smoky lower lash line to go with the smoky upper. All right, so that's one thing you can do with a neutral colored palette. And that look too, the smoky look, you can do that with any color palette. That's really fine. But for these next steps, you're probably going to want to use more of a neutral colored palette. So something else that you can do with a neutral colored palette is fill in your eyebrows. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this medium color here again, Chipper. I'm going to use it to fill in my brows. Now, when you look at this palette, you're probably thinking, your eyebrows are darker than that. That I would maybe want to use Forthright, which is that dark matte brown. But for a little bit softer of a look, I like to go just a little bit lighter because it does soften the look while still filling in the brows. So I'm going to use that medium brown color here and get some of that on the end of that brush that we were using. And I just start to tap it in very carefully. And it's easy to do. Like I said, all you got to do is just pop that in. So you can already see the difference that is making with me filling my brow in. Because I do have dark eyebrows, but they're not very thick. They're kind of sparse. So filling it in really just helps complete the look and really helps frame your eyes. Also, filling your eyebrows makes you look younger. That's just the way it is. Let's see. Okay, other things you can do with a neutral color palette is you can highlight with it. So I like to grab just either a highlight brush, or a foundation brush, whatever you want to call it, and whatever color you want to use. So I'm actually going to use this second color here, that sincere color. And I'm just going to brush a little on there, and I'm just going to swipe a little on here. And now I can use that for some additional highlight, especially with the holidays coming up. You can get a little bit more crazy with your highlight color. If you want to play around with it, grab that color brassy. It's a little bit more sparkly, and you can totally use that as a highlight color. I mean, I love products that are multi-use because, too, if you're traveling, it's less stuff you have to pack, which is awesome. And then I think my last little trick for you today is going to be to take a blusher brush, so an angled, fluffy brush, and take that medium color, kind of depending on your skin tone, but we're going to go with that medium color that I've been using all day so far. And I'm going to get some of that on here. See? Not the sparkle, just that one. And I'm going to use that for a little bit of a contour color. Whoops, I've already done it on that side. Let me blend in here. You can see where I just put that, and then we're going to blend it right up. So I prefer to blend up into the blush color versus down. And this is just so you can kind of see where we've added that. Then you can grab any sort of like fluffy brush, powder puff brush, whatever, and just kind of blend that out so it's nice and soft. So the transition is nice and soft. See? So now you can even use eyeshadow as your contour color. It's awesome. You can add a little bit, you kind of like to add a little bit up around this area here. You want to make a 3 when you're contouring. So 3 like that. You can even come down right under the jawline a little bit. Add a little dimension there. So that is it. That is how to create a smoky eye very quickly and easily. And then just some additional tips for you with, using a neutral palette, with creating that smoky lower lash line, with using some of those lighter colors as a highlight color, and then also using it as a contour color. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get my mascara on and get back to work. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.